Hi, and welcome back to part 2 of the custom chopper bike build. This is Northern Chris here. I'm just going to go through some final steps. Currently marking up the bracket for the exhaust. I'm using an existing just a reflector mount off the bicycle, make it easy to remove the exhaust if I have to. Hope you enjoy the video. So now that I have it all marked, I need to drill 2 holes for the screws. Probably could have used a sharper drill, but this is the only bit I had available at the time. There's one done. And the second one. So now I have the bracket ready to be welded and installed. Just taking a couple bolts to hold it in place on the frame. Just want to tighten it up so at least it's straight. Keep the exhaust away from the frame, won't melt the paint. There we go, it's about level. Now I'll take a clamp to hold it in place while I tack weld it. So I'm just putting a couple welds here just to hold it in place. Now remove the clamp to make sure the welds have held. And I can weld the rest of it. As a quick video, I just boosted it off my truck to make sure it was running. Exhaust sounded good. Now I have to make a battery bracket so I don't have to keep boosting it off a vehicle. I should use the standard, it's emergency exit light battery, 12 volts, 5 amps, about 25 bucks. Just trying to put it underneath the motor. It's not too close so it won't melt when the motor gets warm. But the issue I came across now is where the old pedals were on the bicycle. I don't have enough clearance, so I gotta knock those out of the way. So I'm just marking where I have to cut. So now I'm using the Sawzall to cut through. Should have probably done this with the motor removed. It would have been much, much easier. Of course, the battery died in it. And I saw there was, I think it's a race from the pedal itself where the bearings go. Piece of metal I had to punch out. Again, use the right tools for the job. So I have a bigger screwdriver. Seems to be working a little bit better. I have to punch out that metal ring. Again, just using a Sawzall just to cut so I can bend it out of the way so then I can mount the battery. So a little bit of a process, a little bit of a headache, just trying to cut out enough metal so I can bend it and get the clearance I need. And here just from the other angle. Here we go, cut through all the way. Now take a plane of channel locks. Try to bend the metal out of the way. Not quite working as planned. So now I have a punch and a hammer. I'm just trying to bend it. Because the motor was in the way, I didn't want to remove the whole motor and chain and everything. So, not the best way. When I go to paint this and finish it all up, I'll remove everything and cut this a little bit cleaner. But for now, I just want to get the battery to fit. So last resort, just take a hammer and just start whacking it. Just to bend it so I get enough clearance. Test it with the battery. A little bit more. Now there's enough clearance. I can use a clamp, just the L bracket, hold the battery in place. Now I can tack it. It's all level and straight. Probably should have ground down the paint because it wasn't sticking too well. I can remove the clamp, make sure it is in place. Once that, I can weld up the rest of it. Wasn't the prettiest welds, but it seems to be holding for now. I just drilled 2 holes in the L bracket to hold the battery in place with a bungee cord. Again, temporary. Just want to make sure this whole thing works before I come up with a permanent fix. It's so tight, the battery actually can only go in one way. And there you have it, the battery's installed. So now I can hook up the ground and power, put a little electrical tape around it as well, just so it doesn't hit the frame and short anything out or catch on fire. Again, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. This is Northern Chris. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video. A video is posted every single week. So here I am wheeling it out. It's a first maiden voyage. Let's see if it'll go. It started right up. Battery works. And stay tuned for the next video so you can see this thing in action, and let's see how fast I can get this thing going.